Previously.
Нужно кого-то устранить, шеф?
Шить перчатку. Ты отправишься в лабораторию, где тебя встретит робот Терешкова и проведет в комплекс Вавилов. Это понятно?
Так точно, Дмитрий Сергеевич. Сажусь в машину.
Уж держи. А я уж тут сама.
Oh, that's an arm? That's a person. Let's go. That's a tentacle.
Мужик, держи руку! Держись, держись! Пригнись!
Oh my god.
Я не хочу умирать! Твою мать! Это что еще за херня?
Oh no! We need to save John Connor! We need to prevent the revolution! Okay, but what about the after the revolution, you know? And like, I always love it in science fiction where it's like, it's intergrained, intertwined societies of humans and robots are friends. I love that! And you know what? That's where they were really going for in this game so far.
And now.
Alright, so anyways, for the YouTube side, I just spent 20 minutes talking about Robot Rule 34. If you want to see how we got about that, well, oh god, I don't like this already. I'm watching this on the wrong screen. If you want to see how we got into that conclusion and deduction,
О, моя остановка. Комфортная была поездочка.
make sure to click over to the main channel of Shadow Wolf Gaming, where that's where we're actually doing the, that's where we're going to be posting clips and highlights from the stream, because this is all actually live streamed over on Twitch, and I'm just hitting the record button while I'm live, so I'm tanking my frames for everybody here. But welcome back to Atomic Heart, where if you're tuning in for the first time, go watch the first video if you want to know more about the world. If you just want to get some clips and like find stuff, that's more than hello. That's loud music. Shotgun shells. Soon. Why give me epic music? Game, please. Rip. Sorry, comrade. Okay, that's a save room. That's the right way. Cool. Hello? Where's refrigerator friend? I unlocked the fox. Uh-oh. So for those of you that don't know what Atomic Heart is a science fiction post-apocalyptic robot game. Or FPS game, sorry. But it is a robot game as well. I have my hunches, I'm not going to say anything, but yes. Oh, I had to go here anyways. Hey, buddy. Hi, buddy.
Стена. Это сложное охранное устройство. Просто так ее тут никто ставить не будет. Значит, за ней расположено что-то важное.
Совершенно верно, товарищ майор. За ней распределительный центр, который нам нужен.
Через лазерную стену я живым не пройду.
Впереди есть ремшкаф. Попробуйте установить на свое снаряжение модернизацию, уменьшающую урон от лазера.
Ой, опять эта свихнувшаяся похотливая железка.
Can I pick up the key? Okay. So anyways, welcome. So I do a lot of things separately whenever it comes to this channel, between doing both cutscenes and commentary. And like, it's very difficult to try to hybridize the two, because, well, I thoroughly enjoy going through every nook and cranny of the game to find every little collectible and just lore and story of the game. I like reading the dialogues and just all the readables, the messages between people, you know, in the game. I enjoy doing all of that kind of stuff. So you're in for a long play, and like, I do the same thing with BioShock, I do the same thing with any of these kinds of games. So it's gonna be a long one. And I would love to play games like Amnesia: The Dark Descent as well. I have that in my library. I want to know what happens in there. But horror games are not my forte. FPS though, adventures, I'm cool with it. Anyways, let's figure out what's going on here. Robot vulnerabilities. Date on March 12, 1955. From the repair crew, Supervisor G. Rixpert to Security Manager V. Newkov. Please give the staff the following information at the meeting. Attention junior engineers. In regard to the increasingly frequent incidents of Volvas getting stuck in the infinite loop, still under investigation, please remember to turn them off. Unlike other worker robots, due to the nature of its design, the center of a lab tech robot's nerve endings is located in its coccyx. In the event of a malfunction, carefully approach the robot from behind. Insert a tool into its slot to interrupt the circuit. Call a technician. The graphics are different. Opening them is strictly prohibited. Once, if removed, by a non-specialist, their power cells could detonate. Well then. Suspicious activity. May 5th, 1955. Okay. From Security Assistant Manager U. Mukartev to Newkov. Top secret. A doctor recently assigned to the complex has increased the frequency of her visits to the prisoner Petrov, often ignoring other prisoners, requesting permission to enhance external surveillance of Viktor Petrov, prisoner S230385, in regard to their encounters. So this is basically how the guy we're hunting down escaped. Oh yeah, by the way, we're basically the equivalent of a 1950s KGB assassin in BioShock era. So, hey, go figure. And this is actually a kind of thing we don't see too often. Like, we always know, like, the detective type story, right? Oh, damn, wow, that meme makes so much sense now. I was watching a meme earlier of, like, everyone's a detective, pretty much. And, yo, it's fun to uncover the mysteries of the game. So, that's where we're at. That's what we do here. Find out what's going on. Excerpts from a report. June 8th, 1955. Report from a witness regarding prisoner F451, social rating 1. I don't think so. Petrov may be a psycho, but he's no defective. Even if they paid him to betray us, he's a child, you know? He wants to be loved and respected. He wants people to tell him he's smart and good. Around here, everywhere you look, there's just one genius after another. So he went nuts out of jealousy. Sure, he may have sabotaged the place, but not for some American money. And if there was money involved, then it was just an excuse to him. He craves acknowledgement, and if he can't get it as a scientist or an engineer, he'll get it some other way. He wants to make it into the history books. For whose history in particular? Well, that's a lesser priority. I'm so sorry for the bad Russian accent. I am legitimately trying to learn Russian. It is a very challenging language. I do enjoy it. It is thoroughly lovely. It is really cool to, like... it's really cool to, like... once you see something that's, like, in Russian, and it's like, oh, I can read that. Like, I know this says, dangerous nuclear facility. You know? Just, like... it would never come up. But it'd be something fun to do and something fun to see, you know? Like... so one thing my teachers in high school that we kind of didn't fully discuss is just like, how is science read in other languages, you know? I mean, like, we like to joke around between the metric system and such, but that is true. But also just like, I want to read like an instruction manual in another language at some point, just for fun, just to say like, so that's how that works. Huh. Cool. You know, I want to be able to get to that capacity of like being a polyglot. And for those of you that don't know, your word of the day is polyglot, where you know multiple languages. If you're bilingual, you know 2 languages. If you're trilingual, you know 3. If you're a polyglot, you know 4. I personally like saying quadrilingual, but you know, you can only take it so far. Anyways, psychological report. December 21st, 1954, so this was last year. Dr. A. Roof to Security Manager Newkov. The examination of Viktor Petrov's psychic and psychological state has led to the following diagnosis. Pronounced narcissism, major depression based on a developed inferiority complex, jealousy based on ego hypercompensation, obsession with theatrical imagery, and yearning for recognition. All in all, Petrov cannot be considered a calculating traitor. His crimes are exclusively due to traumatic factors, and any potential money from the US, if it even exists, was not the reason, but merely a pretext for his unstable ego. I strongly recommend transferring Petrov to a psychiatric isolation wing for treatment. Now, you see, this is something interesting that the game is doing in the science fiction history department here, right? Because whenever we look at like alternate histories and motives and rationales for people to go out and like corruptly destroy society and like destroy the system therein, this one takes the cake in a specific way, where the motive was not money this time, you know? It's like most of the time people like to do like the whole like evil supervillain wants to go insane for the sake of $1 million, you know, in the form of Dr. Evil or like any Bond villain, right? But here, no, this is a state of recognition that the other person is looking for, where they just want it to be known that they had a hand in this. So I'm going to compare this to BioShock because everyone wants to compare this to BioShock. But I'm going to compare this to BioShock in the state of, with Atlas versus Ryan, they were in a battle for power in Rapture, right? That's the capitalistic philosophical message that was going on in that game. Here in this game, the battle of the philosophical message, as we're learning it, in my opinion, is that, so this is a battle of the id, ego, and superego type of game, where Petrov just wants the recognition that he had a hand in being able to create all of these things. He wanted to be part of that. But because of like the way he went about it, he wasn't allowed to. And he's essentially deemed basically a criminal in a certain aspect of the game. So how do you go about that? Here, they went with a more non-violent method, a more utopian aspect to it. This is after Stalin. And for those of you that know historically how that half of history went down, that was a brutal era. And so, in the context of this game, it's refreshing to see like how much science has moved forward and like how much working together in like the common good and the common goal is, you know, where like this is the antithesis to BioShock, where it's like Andrew Ryan believed in the great chain of capitalism, essentially, where like it was to promote the growth of science and such. You were working towards you're striving to basically outwork the market kind of thing. However, there was no, like, it was without control. And here, everything is in the case of a controlled environment, right? And instead of it being motivated for power, it's personal. And I think so far this game does a fantastic job of like going through a utopian society and then slamming it into the ground. And we're seeing the day zero outbreak of basically the zombie apocalypse while it's happening in the perfect setting, you know? This is humanity getting ready to colonize Mars and conquest space. And it gets slammed right there. So this is a wonderful and beautiful sci-fi concept that I just want to applaud the devs for going in with and just doing an amazing job at an alternate history post-apocalyptic situation. Because like I love stories of science fiction where it's like the zombie apocalypse scenario. How do you go as survivors? In this situation, what can we do to stop the infection from spreading, kind of thing. Even though we're still basically the equivalent of a assigned hitman, special ops agent. Again, I'm gonna assume this dude's probably KGB that we're playing as. But you know, that's something that I find fascinating, and just I'm really glad that the devs like put a lot of thought into this. Like, I haven't really gotten a chance to see a lot of games from other countries besides like Japanese games, like, you know, JRPGs. But I also enjoyed the game Homefront, where it's like, you know, what if we were on the other side, you know? Anyways, that's a whole different topic. Hello, refrigerator robot lady.
Милый, ты вернулся. Почему так долго? Мне было так одиноко без тебя.
Ага, давно не виделись, блин.
Collect 100
Мне нужно
jelly.
пройти через лазерную стену. Желательно живым.
Какая дурацкая идея, милый. Это так рискованно. Останься лучше со мной.
Oh my god.
Я сделаю тебе все, что захочешь.
Damn, girl. Cool your jets. Damn. Not well, there's a camera there. Anyways.
Просто дай мне защиту от лазера.
There we go.
Я вся дрожу. Помести в меня свой полимер.
I'm
Не
so glad I'm listening
позволяйте
to
их
this one.
своевольничать. У нас мало времени.
Не слушай его, милый. Он хочет разлучить нас. Сними эту дурацкую перчатку, и мы сможем навсегда быть вместе.
Так, тебе вдарить, что ли? Или на куски разобрать?
Милый, ты убьешь меня из-за какой-то дурацкой перчатки? Как же ты будешь жить без меня в этом мире, полном жестокости и насилия?
Блестяще. Толку от тебя все равно никакого.
Милый, но я не могу производить вещи из ничего. Для работы мне необходим полимер и другие компоненты. Помести в меня свой полимер, и я сделаю тебе много приятностей.
Damn. She thick and she knows it. Listen, alright. If I know anything of the internet and the many artworks that would come out of this, if this robot got the GLaDOS treatment, please make her a curvy bot. Please and thank you. I just appreciate that level of detail. Like, we already have the Slender bots. We already have, you know, like, just, or even better, just like, if you've seen Futurama, I just imagine her as that, as Bertha, the one robot that Bender was with on the moon. If you remember which one I'm talking about, where she turns into a truck. Please, something of that nature, but with legs. Just please. This reminds me of the movie Robots, so like, I'm just thinking about that right now. Let's go. Nora's Kiss. For a limited time, you can survive lethal damage with 1 HP. This skill has a cooldown. Okay.
Ладно, я понял. Будет тебе полимер с компонентами. Главное, установи защиту от лазера.
Как пожелаешь, милый. Приступаю к модернизации. Расслабься и получай удовольствие. Только обещай, что отругаешь меня еще и еще.
Я тебе точно
Damn,
скажу.
I love her confidence,
Хватит.
though.
Да, накажи меня, о мой повелитель. Обожаю доминантных самцов.
Okay, I
Дичь
guess. Nice.
Защита установлена. Попробуйте пройти через лазерную стену с разбега.
Я после такой жести готов пройти с разбега через легкость.
What do you mean? Listen, in the case of S&M, you know, M's do exist. It's okay. Alright, let's do this. And damn, is she an M. Whew. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, it's sadomasochism in the terms of the S&M world, where sadism is like you enjoy inflicting. Oh no. Yeah. And then whereas, oh cool, I could craft this thing. Whereas M is a masochist, where you enjoy injuring or enjoy self-torture kind of thing. So it's a very interesting dynamic. But must always be done safely and in the context of consent. Mind you, hold on. While I'm here in this conversational topic, disclaimer, Shadow of Gaming is intended for mature audiences. Games are rated anywhere between E to M and include content but not limited to fantasy, violence, mature sensitive news, and language. All interactions are raw experiences and unscripted. Your discretion is advised. Now let's see. Wild Boar. Nope. This one. Yep. Getting that. Damn it, I'm short. Oh no. Alright, well, I know what we're doing next.
Твою мать, больно. И ни хрена себе защитился. Чуть не убил он нафиг.
Чуть не убило это лучше, чем убило полностью.
Согласен. Идем искать предателя. Доберусь до него, оторву, блин, что-нибудь лишнее.
Hey, look, there's the health pack. There it goes. That's cool. You know what? That's a detail I never noticed in other games. Hold on a minute. Oh, there it goes. So, like, in other games, like, whenever you use a med kit, you just see yourself just bandage yourself out of nowhere, or like in the case of Far Cry, you just jab a cigar into your wound. You know, right there, they use it like an ammo cartridge, and I like that. And yes, it is a uh-oh. It actually gives us all healthy crops. Nice. You know, and I do legitimately mean a cartridge, like a casing, you know? For all you gun nuts out there, I do know the difference between a clip versus mag. Thank you very much. And we got a cutscene.
Как ты себя чувствуешь? Тебе удалось все подготовить?
Не волнуйся, милая, со мной все в порядке, операция была безболезненной.
Хорошо. Тебе надо скорее уходить, в комплексе ходит человек. Он вооружен, и на нем экспериментальная полимерная перчатка.
Должно быть, это человек Сеченова. Лариса, ты разговаривала с ним?
На него обрушился буран. Мы принесли его в медблок, а потом... Я не знала, я не могла его оставить истекать кровью.
А стоило бы! Это избавило бы нас от возможных проблем.
Мне страшно, когда ты говоришь такие вещи.
Жди меня на выходе. Я скоро буду, милая. Надеюсь, у нас еще есть время.
Надежда умирает последней, Петров. Руки за голову.
Виктор?
Что происходит?
У тебя что, со слухом плохо? Я сказал, руки за голову.
Виктор!
А кто вы такой?
Виктор!
Офицер по особым поручениям майор Нечаев. Это был последний вопрос, на который я тебе ответил. Тебя вызывают в Челомей.
Виктор, спасайся!
В Челомей. Конечно, товарищ майор. Нападение.
Че?
Нападение!
А ну стоять!
Нарушение режима. Вызывается карантинная.
Что ж, Пунтик, не любишь? Ловко он командует роботами. Прям как своими собственными. И двери за собой как-то запер. Сволочь.
Предатель Петров унес с собой энергоэлемент свеча, запитывающий систему аварийного открывания дверей. Без свечи дверь не открыть.
Он бы еще другую. Не может же быть одна свеча на весь комплекс.
Нужно спешить, иначе Петров успеет покинуть этот сектор, и его придется искать заново.
Okay, that was crazy, not gonna lie. That was awesome. Gotta be careful, because sometimes those things will just keep going. So, looks like we got some plot progression. Well then.
Главный зал коллектора-распределителя украшает символ комплекса Vavilov. Береза ПК-4.
So, if you want to see more of that, well,
Ученых комплекса
you guys know what to do.
Благодаря полимерным технологиям и обследованию исследовательских направлений, это дерево может не только выживать в разных температурных режимах, обеззараживать окружающую среду от вредителей, но и самостоятельно вырабатывать электроэнергию. В подтверждение и невизгодности инженеры комплекса снабжают березовым электричеством целое крыло Вавилова.
Birch power. Okay. Well, I can't go backwards because that's going to kill me. Ah! So they had another one of these things. Got it. Alright. Hi, Maiden. Morning. Privyet. Hope you're having a good night. Oh, uh-oh. Hello? Oh, come on. Get down here. Oh, there's another one? They sent another one already? Really? There we go. Oh my god, please. Stop. Last one. Oh, I see. I gotta be careful with these things, because I know they can actually resurrect the robots. Sweet, and another audio log. Let's go. From the employee handbook.
Уважаемые сотрудники, прослушайте этот щебетарь и оставьте на месте. Это должен запомнить каждый. Ни при каких обстоятельствах нельзя забирать домой образцы растений, даже безобидных. Цветы из лаборатории могут обладать заложенными генетическими свойствами, которые сильно испортят комфорт вашей жизни. Все, что выращено в лаборатории, должно оставаться в лаборатории.
Huh. How do I get in there? I want whatever's inside there. There's loot. I want loot.
Раз. Это что за береза там в здоровенной колбе внизу посреди зала? Это и есть тот самый знаменитый электрогенератор ПК-4?
Совершенно верно. Береза ПК-4 — это полимерно-вегетативный генератор энергии. Опытный образец. Первая ласточка программы освоения далеких планет нашей Солнечной системы.
Okay. Alright, well then. I guess this is a good stopping point for the YouTube video. So on the YouTube side, if you enjoy this, if you enjoy all these weird psychology, philosophy, sci-fi ramblings, well, you know what to do. Make sure to like, favorite, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon. If you want to hang out and chat and talk about any of that in the game, you're more than welcome to. Is that thing moving? I see something moving in there. I don't like that. Well then, to see what happens next, you know what to do. On the stream side, well, you know what's going to happen next.